change thing. Yep. Not working well. Not working. Amos is still awake. I mean, why is he awake? That means it's 9:10 in the old time. Well, anyway, I extricated myself from his bed. Because then I was like, well, now I'm already tired. Now I'm feeling tired with the new time change. And itchy. So there's that. And I went downstairs. I swear people in my house all pretend to be asleep. The phone was on and he was laying like this. My husband is doing the same thing. And I'm like, they're either pretending to be asleep or they're asleep. Adrian crying? I wasn't crying. No crying. You hate the time change. I just don't understand this. Even though it's not going as well as I thought, I like it. How could you hate it? It's wonderful. The reason it's wonderful is because you can live by it at night, but not the morning. So basically, you get an extra hour of sleep for as long as you abide by the old time change. Why can't I see your face? I don't know. I don't know these things. So right now, the old time is 9 o'clock. So I got Amos in bed at 7 o'clock. You don't like it. You all have not thought about it long enough. You do like it. You want to be outside. I hate outside. It's cold. It's buggy, cold. It's outside. I'm just kidding. I love to be outside. I love all the things outside. I like to walk around and talk about being outside. I like to buy things like daffodil bulbs and tulip bulbs, and then I like to never ever plant them. They just sit in a box in my call closet. I did buy some bulbs at Sam's Club, but I haven't planted them yet. I was gonna plant them today, but then I had to go make 9 beds. My tea's cold. No, it's really good. Some of us have seasonal affective disorder. Yeah, who doesn't have seasonal affective disorder? Not only do I have it, my husband has a very, very serious case of it. Very serious. So serious, in fact, that if it rains for more than 2 days in October, he goes into the dark spiral pit of January depression. Wish we'd stay on this time of year round. It's hard to get kids to bed when it's not dark. See, I don't care if children go to bed in the summer. I just don't care because it's summer. Now, granted, I have an unusual job, so I don't have to get up and like work and take people to childcare or anything. So that's kind of good. I like when it is light because the after-school activities are much easier. Well, that's true, but go with me on this one. Do you like getting up at 7 a.m. and it being pitch black? I find that horrible. I mean, even Amos is like, you do not go to school when it is dark. You go when it is light. You never made your kids go to bed before it was dark. Oh. I mean, I always try to. Driving to school in the dark. Well, it's not driving to school. It's waking up in the dark. Now, my husband will probably say he does not like the time change because, well, he used to say he went to school, work in the dark and came home in dark and didn't like that. You get up at 4:10 a.m. 6 days a week. Why at 4:10? Even with the time change, it will be dark when we get up. No, it will not, Elizabeth. Not for those of us who get up at 6:50, because tomorrow at 6:50, it will be light. Just trust me. Just live today, live for 1 week on the old time at night. So right now, it's 9:15. You got to go to bed in 45 minutes. Or I typically go to bed at 11 and need to go to bed at 10. So now when I go to bed at 11, it'll actually be 10. You're out the door by 7. There ain't any out the door at 7. My kids all start school at 8. Let's get it to stay. No, I don't like it in the summer. I like the time change. It's like a season. It's like winter, fall, spring, summer. It's just something exciting. You need something exciting. I mean, it's just something to look forward to, like Christmas, Halloween, Thanksgiving. If I had to be at school at 7:15, I wouldn't go. And that's just the darn truth of it. Look, somebody is excited. See, that's what I'm talking about, being excited. Um, your 20 kindergartners will be off their rockers tomorrow. Well, at least it's not a full moon. So there's that. School kids here have Monday and Tuesday off. Well, I keep seeing these election signs, but I I need to find out if I'm supposed to go and vote. I have not even gotten one mailer. How do people know when they have to go vote? Your husband will have to grill in the dark. Mm. You put up the Christmas tree today. Sarah, you have lost your mind. But Sarah belongs to Harper, who has autism, so we do strange things. So tonight, when I just laid down with Amos, he said, "Where are we going tomorrow?" And I said, as he expected me to say, "We are going to Norway." And he said, "Who is going to Norway?" And I said, "Amos and Mommy." And he said, "Who else?" I said, "I don't know." He said, "You tell me." I said, "Honor." He said, "And?" I said, "I don't know." He said, "Kitty." Amos, Mommy, Honor, and Kitty are going to Norway, and the animals are going to chant, "Norway, Norway, Norway, Norway." What if I took a cat to Norway? And you know why it is? Because today we had to go out to my in laws' houses. We were getting them ready to sell. And I was like, you know what? I'll just take Amos out there and I'll take Honor and I'll take the kitten. So I haul the three of them out there. And Honor loves being out there running around. Well, I turn around, Honor and the kitten are back in the car. I mean, what were they doing? I don't even know. Why does he want to go to Norway? I don't know. I don't know. Why? Why does anybody want to go to Norway? He didn't want to go because I had told him there was no TV there and no McDonald's. And then he's decided that those things are wrong. You should write. I would love to write a children's book. I actually have one that I wrote and my daughter Blair illustrated years ago. Where the hell is that thing? Huh. I saw it recently. Oh my God, this is what happens in my life. Yeah, he just wants to go anywhere. He turns 12 next Sunday and he wants a chocolate birthday cake and he said he didn't want anything else. And I'm sort of the mindset not to get him anything else because he is hard to buy for. I've gotten him a couple new books that I would like to save for Christmas. There are McDonald's and TVs in Norway. I know that, but I wasn't going to tell him that. Yeah, I mean, I wonder what they do with people with autism in Norway for school. Kind of interesting. What if the Wood family moved to Norway? Be like, "Hi, we're here." Really fun. Honor and Gus and all of us. Anyway, yes, he's going to be 12. Last year we had a birthday party. I don't know if we're having a birthday party this year. I operate on like mm, about how many days in advance? Mm, Maybe 1 or 2 days. Like, I can't get next Sunday, you might as well say to me 2028. I'm in Winston-Salem the next week, a week from Thursday at Salem Academy doing a mirror talk. Very excited. I went to Salem Academy, graduated from there. And my friend Jenny and George live in Jamestown. And she was like, "Are you going to stay up there?" And I was like, "Oh, I don't know." She was like, "Well, you know, you're welcome to stay with us." I was like, "Well, that's nice. I'll be thinking about that in about 10 days. Probably like the Wednesday before I go, I'll be like, should I spend the night up there? These are things I can ponder." So I don't know, but I'm looking forward to that. Would Amos like to take a camera? I don't think so. He's not really a camera type. The full moon is this week. What is a mirror talk? Well, a mirror talk is, I don't know, but it's basically kind of a thing for young girls of like building confidence in girls. And I'm not speaking as much as I am like doing a conversation on stage, which I really like that. And oh, crap. I've just remembered I've got to sell books. Mother fricker. I got to get some books. Who am I going to get to sell the books while I'm there? This is bad times. Bad times. Does Amos help you decorate for the holidays? He likes he likes decorations. He likes decorations. But he's never really helped decorate. It's raining. Can your mom go with you? Negative, Ghost Rider. My mother and father are in Florida. They're, what are they doing? They're Floridianing. Isn't it dark for months in Norway? I don't know. I have no idea. Who's helping you decorate for the Christmas tour? That's a wonderful question. I've just been working on, you have to ask people to come, and they are docents. And what docents do is they basically guard your crap at your house. No, I don't think they do. They sit around and drink wine and talk to people. And normally the houses could be old houses, so they, tell stories. My house is not old. I don't even know what year it was born. So there's no old house, no stories, unless they're just made up. Hey, Sue. Somebody asked you how you named Amos. Well, this is not a Q&A show. Did your parents sell their home in Raleigh? I wish they had a home in Raleigh. If they did, I might keep it. They have a home in Rocky Mount, and they have not sold it. Chad Smith, thank you for sending me cat ears. But I like those so much. No, how did we name Amos? So Amos was my, let's see, my great-great-grandfather was Amos. And my husband, this is kind of an interesting story. If my husband were awake, I'd have him tell you himself. But he named all of our children, which is strange, but that was something he really took on. And you couldn't, he named all the children. I mean, it's not like he picked them out, but I would offer up the names and then he would thumbs up or thumbs down. And Amos we knew we wanted Bembry in his middle name. And we knew we wanted him to have 4 names because his brothers have 4 names. And Thomas wanted to call him Ebenezer because that is one of my family names. It's William Amos Bembry Wood. Ebenezer. And I was like, Though the backpack that Amos carries around is my son Russell's backpack. So it's not even his initials, it's Russell's old initials. We recycle things around this house. And I was like, I just don't think we can name a child Ebenezer. Like, what if he's dorky? Like, he'll get just, you get so bullied with the name Ebenezer. How do you send a gift like the cat ears? I have no idea. I don't know. I really don't. But Amos, the story of my family was that Amos was Frank Harold's dad. And Amos was best friends with Henry Ford. Einstein, and all these people lived around each other. I think it was Einstein, Henry Ford, I know. And I'm pretty sure it was Einstein, my dad said. I've got to ask. And Amos, his friend Henry Ford, was looking to kind of create something that was not a horse and buggy. He wanted like a tire. And he asked his good friend Amos Harold to help him. And Amos was like, no, I'm not helping because there ain't never going to be anything but a horse and buggy. So their other good friend was Firestone. So he got Firestone in the middle of it. And Firestone was like, yeah, we can do that. And they did. So when we named Amos, the story was we wanted to raise somebody who would always dream big and shoot for the stars. And we did. We did. So that's his story. That's his story, Amos. Amos Wood. And William Amos William was my mom's brother. My mom has 4 brothers, and her baby brother, Billy, died. He had a hole in his heart. Or they called them blue babies, I think. And now it's a very easy thing to fix, and then it wasn't. And so that was just sort of a nod to her baby brother, Billy. Blair is also a family name. My dad goes by Blair, and we loved Blair. My husband really loved Blair. And then Thomas is Thomas for my husband, and Russell is named for my brother, Adam Russell Harold Wood. You're changing your name. So my grandmother changed her name. Her name was Virginia Willa Masterton, and she changed it to Virginia Lee after a boy that she dated. She didn't, and I liked the name Willa. Or was it Willa, Virginia? I liked Willa, but I was like, well, I can't exactly name one of my children after my grandmother if she didn't even like it and changed her name from that. You should write a book on Amos and his name. You know, the key to writing a children's book, not that I'm an expert, I just play one on television, is having the right illustrator. So now the best children's books, the authors are the illustrators, because the illustrations are what make the book, right? I think. So that there's a book coming out. Again, it's called A Day with No Words. And the book is good. This author has a son with autism, nonverbal autism. And she might not say this. The book is good, but the illustrations are incredible. And if I could get Nuffle Bunny, Mo Willems, who wrote Nuffle Bunny, to illustrate my book, it would be a bestseller. So is it the book or is it the illustrations? Edenton, I'm voting for town council. Ooh, I better. Is that a new wedding band? Yes, I got a new wedding band. Surprise, I even surprised my husband. So I got this on my favorite place, which is called Black Rock Galleries. It's an auction site. And this was up for auction, and it's an XO wedding band. And it was not very expensive, which is how I ended up with it. like not $500, below that. I love Knuffle Bunny. I thought it was supposed to be your Christmas gift. Well, it is. So for Christmas, I'm going to wrap it for myself in my stocking. But I'm so excited to have it. I wanted to wear it now. What if I die before Christmas and I didn't even get to enjoy it? I'm not really into waiting. Clearly. Shocker. Yeah, it's real diamonds. I hope. It said it was 18 karat white gold, but they're teensy little diamonds. See? Can you see them? Why does it get so blurry? Oh yeah, I can't even see a thing. Yeah, teensy. It's more like little chips. So last night we went to so we had a coffee chat this morning, and if you're a YouTube member, you have morning coffee chats. So we had a nice long coffee chat this morning, and we went to the State Georgia Tech game with friends, and State won, which was a shock. What are paved diamonds? Oh, is it pave diamonds? What the hell are paved diamonds? And these people, these old people, I might add, sorry, and men for that matter, are driving, people are waiting to get into the game, and a car is coming through. I do not know how a car thought it was going to drive into a sea of people. And to be totally honest, I really think I should reach out NC State, but I don't want my son Russell not to get in, and be like, you shouldn't let that car shouldn't have been allowed to move at that time. If that old person had hit the gas by accident, you could have killed like 20 people, minimum. I mean, it was so dangerous to have a car there. I don't even know what was happening. I'm going to have to reach out to somebody so I can get my caring time in. But yeah, I told the person, and then Thomas gets mad at me. He doesn't like Thomas. I said, you need to back up. And the man was like, I can't back up. I was like, I know, I'm kidding. What you really need to do is park and go into the game. You bought bands to flank your ring. Well, most people flank with 2 bands, but I'm sort of good with just 1 wide band and 1 regular band. Tell the security people. I'm sure they'll be like, hello. Yeah, you're right. I don't know what we should do about it. I'll let somebody know. Merv, crazy lady on line 2. Is that from the movie Home Alone? She's like, my son is home alone. And I can't get in touch with him. I've got a headache. This light is blinding me from behind me. Why is that? Turn off the light. Oh, yeah. Marv, somebody. What else? My oldest son is at State, and he brought a big bunch of friends to halftime yesterday, and that was really fun. You know, when your kids are in high school, you kind of get to know everybody. Yeah, we've got a Hyper on line 1. Me, Hyper on line 1. That was fun because we're kind of getting to know his friends. And my son Russell has finished his college applications. Also very exciting. So this morning on the coffee chat, I said to Russell, he walked into the kitchen, when are you going to do this Duke essay? And he was like, oh, I'm done. I was like, oh, great. Well, I'll go in and look at it and make I just do grammar checks on college essays. And he was like, no, I submitted it. I was like, wait, what? What you talking about, Willis? You submitted the essay? Or wait, what did you submit? He was like, the application. Was like, did you pay? Like, submit? He was like, yeah, you said it was due the 1st. I had to pay $85. I said, well, what did you, my voice is like this. What did you pay for it first? He said, I used my debit card. Will you pay me back? I was like, it wasn't due the 1st. That was a lie. I was lying. Do you people not know me? You live with me. I mean, I'm sweating talking about it. Do you not know me? I was lying because I wanted you to get it done in time. It wasn't actually due the 1st. It was due the 3rd. Damn it. He was like, well, maybe I can get it back. Do you think little Thomas helped him? No, I do not. No. My children do talk a lot, but they don't help each other. Little Thomas called me. No, I called him this afternoon and said, how's your day? How's everybody? What's happening? And he was like, what's Blair doing? I said, well, she had the ACT this afternoon. He was like, did she have fun last night? I was like, well, what'd she do last night? He was like, well, she spent the night out at school. I was like, she did? My husband is sitting beside me like this, eating lasagna. I said, I didn't give her permission to spend the night out. Did you? And he went, oh, well, I guess so. I was like, you are not allowed to give anybody permission to spend the night out. I am the permission giver. Well, I mean, I didn't know. It was with so-and-so. I was like, they live in Charleston. Well, that's who I gave her permission to go with. Didn't her parents have to give permission? I was like, I don't know. If you don't know the answers to all these things, this is why you always defer to me. You can be the lawyer. You can name the children. You can be, the head of the house. But I give permission for boarding school spend the nights. Not you, me. She has it so I don't even get the request. They all go to my husband. I don't even know how she did that. Now I'm going to have to call school and be like, hello. Like I've dug into the well called, the portal. And I don't even know how she's doing this. Like with the boys, we both would get permission. And he would be so quick to say yes. He is tickled to pieces to be asked to do something. I mean, he loves it. He would say yes, and I would be like, and then he would give yes to a permission. And it would be like, come home for Christmas break on Wednesday, July 3rd. And he would be like, yes, click yes. And then the school would send it back and be like, no one's coming home for Christmas break on July 3rd. Why did the husband give permission for that? And I would be like, because he pays no attention. Why is the school allowing him to even be a part of this? Maybe other men are more on things, but he is not. And he knows he's not. I mean, he starts laughing, but he's just so tickled to be asked. Golly Moses. So, anyway, so I texted her tonight and said, did you spend the night out last night? And she texted back, yes. And then I didn't say anything else. So now it's going to be dark, silent, and she's going to be worried about getting in trouble, which is good. That's what I want her. I like for her to stay in a state of being worried she's going to get in trouble, because then that helps her make good choices. Does she think you would have said no? She knows that I would have asked 104 questions, which is what parents do. They ask questions. That is a terrible, that's why I've got to start exercising. Do you see that? It's like, it's like Borsian cheese right there. Ugh, so sad. But it feels good. I mean, it feels good like for a pillow. But why don't we like things like this? Like, why don't we worship this kind of thing on a woman's body? Why does everybody have to be fit? Like, why can't we just be like, this is the softest undercarriage I've ever seen? And it is very impressive. Wings. Yes, it's kind of like a wing. It's like this area here. It's just, I wish this could be used for something. Like maybe if I get kicked by a mule. Cafeteria arms workers. That's not, what about just mom? Mom arms. Mom arms. Mom arms. Your dad said no to everything. Well, I don't even think I asked my dad. I knew my mother might have got me if I did. If I did, then I'd get in more trouble. And this is not like a new conversation. This is, Blair knows, she knows not to ask him to do things. And she knows that he's not allowed to be asked. And he knows that he's not supposed to be answering. So now they're all in trouble. And then the 19-year-old is ratting them both out. That's the best part. Your dad always said, ask your mother. Yeah, I mean, seriously. Well, bingo wings. Anyway, this week is November 3rd, tomorrow, when Russell's essay was due. What if he wrote an essay and it has no like grammar in it? I just, you cannot take control of everything. You can't. It's not possible. And that's when you start rolling with it. When is the Christmas tour? Yes, so we're on the Christmas tour. Our house is on the Christmas tour, December 12th. And I've just caught wind that December 6th weekend, my husband is going hunting. And that's usually, which I love when he goes hunting, because that's usually the weekend I wrap presents. But now that will be the weekend before the Christmas tour. And the weekend before that is the State Carolina game and Thanksgiving weekend. And we want to go to the State Carolina game. And to do that, we would have to leave Amos at home because Amos can't go to games. Amos does not like being left at home. He was mad as a hornet at me this morning. And so, one, I have to have childcare, and two, I have to leave him at home. Both things he does not like. And we don't know when the the Carolina State game is. What would be great is if it was like at noon, because then we could get home early-ish. But again, these are things, this is like when the hell is Thanksgiving? The 20-something? My children are like, isn't Thanksgiving on the same date every year? I was like, no, it's always on a Thursday, you nut. When is it? The 23rd something? 28th, 26th? Something. He needs to stay home and help you get ready for the Christmas tour. He is not going to help me. No, I don't want him to stay home and help me. No, this is like this is a group from college. They go hunting every year. They used to go, one year they went the weekend before Christmas. Now, I was mad about that. The problem is Christmas weekend, if we go to the State Carolina game, that's usually when we get the tree. So I think if we came home, we're going to go to the beach for Thanksgiving, come back on Friday, get the tree, go back to Raleigh, go to Raleigh. My daughter's flying. I don't know. It's a lot of things. Just a lot to think about. But again, we're not going to worry about all these things. And I'm kind of trying not to, I'm not really feeling stressed about Christmas itself because I've just decided that I have 3 teenagers and they live wonderful lives. And if they don't have a bunch of stuff to open, then I don't care. Honest to goodness, I do not care. Russell did say he wanted a trail cam, which, I mean, I don't know if he needs that, but I'm just not worried about it. Get the tree later. It dies too fast. So I don't live in the mountains. So if you live where I do, the trees come in. You rush out and you get your tree. Now you could leave it outside in a bucket of water, do whatever you want. But if you don't get your tree, you're just getting a tree that's been sitting there not in water for 2 weeks. I mean, there ain't no way of winning. So that's that. Now you could go get your tree like the second before the Christmas tour, but I ain't getting the tree the last minute. I guess I could. Oh, that's stressful. It's big and you got to get it. You can't drive it from Raleigh here. I guess I'd have to take a truck. I mean, bleh, bleh, bleh. Anyway. But the tree is like, I'm sure it'll be crispy as a crisp. I'll leave it up Christmas Day and then I'll take it down the day after Christmas. You got twin grandbabies for Christmas. Oh, that's nice. Lately, I've been getting worried about these are called not real problems. I'm like, who are my children going to marry, and are they going to like me? And what if they just pretend they like me, but they don't? And then I don't get to see my grandchildren. And what if my grandchildren, they like dress them in like, no offense, I'm not even going to say it. It'll offend somebody. I don't like to see newborn babies in like jeans or like ties and suit jackets. I like them to be like in baby clothes, like day gowns, like old Southern baby clothes. Knee socks, red double buckle shoes, boys and girls. And what if I don't have, my daughter-in-laws don't let me dress children like that? And what if my daughter will at least let me choose how somebody looks? Yeah, shorts and knee socks. Yes, that's right. Boys marry and go to the girl's family. I know that this is what happens, but I don't want that to happen. I've got to get them here. Now, I don't mind bright colors. I'm not as against that. What do you do about underage drinking ECT? What does that even mean? Oh, don't let people underage drink? I mean, I'm not buying alcohol for anybody not 21. Or that's my goal, not to. I'm sure they will be dressed in this time period. Yes, smocked. That's right. Blair looked good for a few years. Don't count on Blair letting you dress her kids. No, funny enough, Blair really does like nice clothes. She was like, where are all my clothes that I had? I was like, well, most of them weren't your clothes. They were my good friend's clothes. She lent me her daughter's clothes, and then I gave them back. So we'll have to borrow them back when you have a daughter. You won't worry about clothes if you wait as long as me. I'm 60. You mean 60 when I have grandchildren? I hope I'm not younger than 60. I'm 50, almost 51 now. An influencer granny. My gosh. I mean, how long can I keep this up before people are like, I mean, there's Sue Bell. Dear baby J. Anyway, carry on. I don't know what's happening for Old Mom Monday night. Well, I did read the story today. There's a couple things I'd like to talk about. One is this woman who has 13 children and that she has been fighting, just had twins by a surrogate at 65 and lied and said her husband was agreed to it and he didn't. 65 with newborn babies. Well, now they're 2. But I mean, it was in the New York Times today. And then the other one is this Adelson mess. These naughty, naughty Adelsons. The son is in jail. The mother's in jail. The son's ex-girlfriend's in jail. The son's ex-girlfriend's ex-boyfriend and his friend are in jail. And I mean, what's going to happen? I mean, I don't know. Kate tomorrow night. I hope. We're trying to do Monday nights with Kate and Adrian, but it's not worked well. But I'll offer it again. I mean, the idea of having babies at 65 and then her older children are having to help her because she's old as hell, these kids. I mean, bad. Anyway, if you have not subscribed to YouTube, please do so. It's free. If you are watching this video and like it, give it a double like this, and that's a thumbs up. And if you want daily morning coffee chats, fun behind the scenes with all things Wood family, tune in. Because, like, Amos came on earlier today. Kate is at the cabin for the weekend through Monday. I don't think she is. I think she told me she was staying home today. She was supposed to go to the cabin, and then she didn't. I think, but I don't know that for sure. I haven't talked to her. The Abby Zwerner court case. No, I don't even know who Abby Zwerner is. I wish my name were Abby Zwerner. It's almost 10 o'clock. I've got to... No, wait. What time is it? It's 9. Fall back. Yes, see? It's 10 o'clock. We're living by the old time. 10 o'clock. Everybody go to bed. Bye.